Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. So obviously the big question going around right now is, was this a cover-up? Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. The results came out in September. Hearn, Matchroom, Sauerland, Wasserman, they all knew in early September. What on earth is going on? Now, obviously, there's big questions to be asked. How is Benn able to pass a UCAD test but fail the VADA test? Peter Fury came out this week, made a very good point. He said, to get past UCAD is just as difficult as getting past through VADA. So what on earth is going on? The only explanation is, of course, is if UCAD has tested Benn a week or two after VADA. That would be an issue. That way the drugs would leave the system, wouldn't it? But ultimately, when you get tested for a female hormone that helps with fertility, that's a masking agent. I'm sorry, there's no other way around it. And that's a masking agent for strong steroids. Because he's going up 3 weights and he needed bulk and he needed size and he needed it quickly. That's bang to rights. And, it devastates me because I'm a huge Conor Benn fan, but you cannot get away from that. This guy's guilty as far as I'm concerned. And I know they're innocent till proven, but this is not looking good. And the fact that Conor Benn's doctor has come off social media and deleted all posts where he a year ago he was saying that all athletes are pretty much on performance enhancing drugs, and to compete with them you need to be on it. Now he's deleted them tweets. This is not right. But in a way, I'm glad this fight's off. Did you see the state of Chris Eubank Jr.? He looked ill, didn't he? He looked ill. He looked dangerously lean, and I can understand why his father now wanted this fight off. They've gone through a terrible year with the tragic loss of his own son, his last son, and now this. I can understand him. Eubank and Junior did not look well at all, and the fact he could only rehydrate 3-4 pounds, that's suicidal. Eddie Hearn is losing the plot here. And I've got to say the Sauerland brothers as well. Absolutely suicidal to put Eubank Jr. through that. And his seniors come out today and said they tried to kill my son. And and they were still pushing. I've lost a lot of respect for Kalle Sauerland this week, trying to keep pushing the fight, even though the drugs test came back. I've lost a lot of respect for Hearn, even though the drugs test and dazn. They knew about this a month ago. So why now? Why keep it under wraps until Wednesday of the fight? And I'll tell you why. It's because they were trying to keep it quiet. They thought they'd get away with this. They thought they'd go, well, listen, Averse fine in VADA, but listen, we got the green light for UCAD. They were trying to get this fight under the radar. No question. It was only because the Daily Mail was so forceful and broke the news that it became public. That's a fact. I don't care what Hearn's come out and said in an IFL TV interview. The only reason this came to light was because of the Daily Mail exposing it. And they've got the platform. They're a huge newspaper outlet, as you know, to get it nationwide. And they did very quickly. And then, of course, everyone else did their research. They found it out. It was true. And then Hearn and Sauerland are bang to rights. They cannot lie, they cannot deny it, and that's where it came out. So it's disgusting from Hearn, and I know he's under the cosh at the moment. I know there's big money in this fight. We're talking millions and millions of pounds here, and it would have been big for dazn. And let's make no mistake about it. Hearn's under pressure. dazn is spending a lot of money. They're not breaking even at the moment. They needed this fight big time. So I get why they, in some part, they wanted this fight desperately to take place. But when it comes to a man's life, another man's life, you cannot risk it. This smacks of cover-up as far as I'm concerned, and thank goodness for the Daily Mail. But I mean, this is not looking good at all for Conor Benn. And if I was Eubank, I'd sail off now. I'd be like, sod this, how can I trust this guy? How can I possibly trust this guy again? And why would you want to put yourself through that again? The wait. He's not young anymore, he's nearly 33 years old. Why would you want to do that? I think this fight might not happen, and I wouldn't blame Eubank Jr. if it didn't. I know Senior's pushing for it not to happen now. Absolutely criminal. These are criminal charges going on right now, and if Benn is found guilty, he deserves the book thrown at him. 3-4 years, and a waste of a real promising career, a really exciting career that's blossomed him. But now, of course, you look at the Algieri fight and the vicious knockout that came against, alright, I passed it, but durable Algieri, and you question that now, don't you? You go, where was that punch power coming from? Was that performance enhancing drugs? This is the sad thing, isn't it? And the devastating knockouts Benn's had the last couple of fights. You question it now, don't you? This is the sad thing. So, but as far as I'm concerned, Hearn and the Sauerlands and Benn, they've all got to face the music. They've all got to face a stringent inquest. Not a buddy from the Border Control, but VADA, UCAD, Border Control, dazn. They all need to ask some serious questions, and the truth will come out. As far as I'm concerned, this looks very, very shady right now.